Like this empathy we have all of a sudden for criminals. Like if a criminal comes in your house with a gun, all that empathy should be wiped clear. And they've made the decision. There is no turning back for that with them. I have children of my own. I am a single father. I do have kids in my house, and it's just me. It would be a very bad day for a person who decided to go into my house with my children in it. They would lose.
Hey, who's in my house? I got you on camera.
The cops are on the way.
The cops are on their way. My neighbors are there. They're calling the cops right now.
Let's go.
Y'all better get out of my house. Y'all better get out of my house now. Y'all better get out of my house now. The cops are on their way now.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Mike Glover Reacts. I don't know what it's called, but it's just me reacting to videos. And I always want to put in context for the Fieldcraft survival fans and channel the lesson learned here and how we could evolve through this. Most of these videos, 99% of all these videos, I've never seen before. And when I read the headline here, this is truly a parent's worst nightmare caught on ring cam. I already have anxiety. I have 2 children. I have my own Ring/Vivint security system in my house. Technological integration is key in early warning and security systems. On my cell phone right now, I can activate my alarm. I can see cameras in and around my house and property. It detects any movement via sensors and will activate and let me know via SMS. That is hugely important, especially in today's world where people are sneaky and crime is up. So, this is going to give me anxiety. But I have children of my own. I am a single father. I do have kids in my house, and it's just me. It would be a very bad day for a person who decided to go into my house with my children in it. They would lose. I would have a set of PVS 31 white phos with infrared attached to my weapon system that's suppressed, and they would probably not even see what hit them between the eyes. That is not a threat. That is a promise because of how much I cherish my children and their security. Because we all know children are at the bottom of the barrel of survival when it comes to worst-case catastrophes, man-made or natural. Why? Because they don't have the exposure. They don't have the experience. They don't have the development. There's a whole bunch of reasons why we need to do our best to protect our children. So here we go. Okay, so right here, there's armed gunmen in the house with masks, with rifles. That appears to be, it looks like an AK-47. You have a young girl and a young man on the ground. I'm assuming these are the kids. There's a little bit of audio here of them moving around the house.
Hey, who's in my house?
Okay, here we go. So, I don't know if you guys heard that. The audio is being ported to you, but he said, who's in my house? So, this is what's scary, guys. If your only means of security integration and escalating your force to potential threat is voice, then sometimes that's all you got. Now, I hope there was a system in place to activate or notify or manually call 911 to get them on the way. But this guy's taking a big risk here because he's saying who's in my house. And if a criminal is intent on doing something like this with a gun, they're willing to escalate even further. Like this empathy we have all of a sudden for criminals. Like if a criminal comes in your house with a gun, all that empathy should be wiped clear. And they've made the decision. There is no turning back from that with them. I don't have any empathy for criminals that do this and what happened to them from law-abiding citizens or law enforcement. But he's taking a risk here because worst case, these guys get freaked. They shoot and kill the only witnesses that are alive besides the camera, and they roll out.
I got you on camera.
The cops are on the way.
The cops are on their way. My neighbors are there. They're calling the cops right now.
Oh, man, it scares me too, man. You could hear it in his voice. He's panicked. He doesn't want it. I mean, can you imagine like this father who's watching his camera on his phone while a guy points an AK-47 at the back of what appears to be his daughter or his son's head? Oh, God.
Y'all better get out of my house. Y'all better get out of my house now. Y'all better get out my house now.
Oh, look at these guys. So these dumbasses went in the back room and they stole guns. Here's a definitive and disheartening fact. Most times that people break into homes like this, it's somebody you know. When I was in my 20s, my house was broken into several times by one of my girlfriend at the time's ex-boyfriends and his little gang. That's the caliber of people I was hanging out with at the time, which was not good. And I learned a lesson. In 2 nights while we were gone, I found out later that she was communicating that we were gone, and they broke into my house and stole everything, including my firearms, Christmas presents, all this stuff. And it's because I had a really crappy girlfriend. So these guys knew where to go. Looks like they were still in a gun case. It's disturbing how lackadaisical these guys
The cops
are.
are on their way now.
Pasadena, Texas. A teenage girl is at home with her friend when a home invasion.
Oh, that's scary. I didn't see this, guys, so let's talk about this for a second. So there's 3 people that are home by themselves that appear to be teenagers, and there's 2 gunmen. The first gunman with his pants hanging off his ass, I don't know how you even commit crimes or do anything physically with your pants hanging off your ass. He's got a gun pointing in the back of this girl, and they're walking back to steal whatever it is. This guy, I thought he had an AK. It looks like an AR platform, and he's pointing directly at the back of these kids.
Her friend when a home invasion goes down. The girl's father checked his Ring app, and to his surprise, he could see his home was being invaded, and his daughter and her friend were being told to lay down. The father immediately got on the speaker.
Here it goes. Pasadena Police Department. We have received several calls at our dispatch center regarding a video circulating on social media that shows a home invasion that occurred on 4/20/22 at approximately 8 p.m. We can confirm home invasion happened in the area of 4,300 Nations on that date and time. However, this incident is being investigated as a targeted attack by known suspects and victims. Oh, that changes things. Meaning one of the victims potentially was in cahoots. What does cahoots mean? I don't know. We should look that up. Cahoots. They were working with potentially suspects, and that's how this happened. According to our investigators, there's no continuous direct threat to the community by these suspects targeting unsuspecting victims. Also, the video that was released to the media was not discussed with the lead detective in the case before its release, complicating the investigation and resulting in an undue panic among several citizens. Oh, thanks, Pasadena Police Department, for reducing the undue panic that should be releasing through your communities of California with your whack politics and laws. You think there's a systemic problem in Pasadena, California? I can tell you, training law enforcement in California, including this year, and working with people in law enforcement that deal with these type of crimes and the politics they're dealing with. I just interviewed a guy last week who was convicted of assault for or falsifying a police report as a police officer near San Diego County, and they wanted to burn him to the ground after he was assaulted. California and Pasadena has no position or place to talk about that people releasing videos are causing undue panic. There is panic because you're not doing your job. Not the police officers on the ground, but the politicians who are in charge of the police departments, including UAC chiefs of police. If you know who you are, you know who you are, and Pasadena is not guilty of this. I'm just glad that there are law-abiding citizens out there who are arming themselves and understand self-protection and self-defense. Guys, the worst case for me is having this circumstance unfold. Please get technical security means inside your house to early warn and ensure that you could protect your family even when you're not physically home. That would prevent something like this potentially. And who knows? I don't know the extended circumstances of how this unfolded, but it could have prevented these guys from harming these potential children on the ground. And that makes me feel a little bit better because of how this unfolded. Some of these people and a lot of these videos that we discovered aren't as lucky because there are tragic things that happen every day. Guys, fieldcraftsurvival.com, Fieldcraft training. We train all over the United States between California and the East Coast. We have offices in Utah and offices in North Carolina. We offer responsible citizens every Wednesday in both places for free. Come out and train with us for free. Come out and train with us in our your own backyard at fieldcraftsurvival.com. Till next time, deuces. Peace out, guys.